Today we're going to install a full rainwater harvesting system. We've started off by diverting our downpipe away from the house to this outside wall, and from there we're going to install a pre-filter system. Now that consists of a leaf eater and a first flush system. From there we're going to divert the water away along the wall into our tank, and then afterwards we're going to connect up a booster pump which is going to give pressure to our garden hose. I'm going to start off by assembling the first flush system. I've cut my length of pipe to about 1.1 meters long, and now I'm going to put all the fittings onto the 110 pipe so we can get started. We're going to start off with our top piece, and we've got some PVC glue which we're going to fit around the top of the pipe, and we're going to quickly slide that on. Then we're going to go to the bottom section, and you'll notice here that it's got a slight offset to keep it away from the wall so that we can take that out and screw that back in again. So you've got to make sure that you do get that in the right position. Put the ball on the inside, and that goes, screw it in, and there's our first flush system. The leaf eater goes on top of the first flush system, but I do need to have a 110 collar to sit on top. So first of all, I've cut myself a little extra piece of 110 pipe. I'm going to glue that on the inside, and then I'm just going to place that over the top like so. Now we can go mount it on the wall. It's a good idea to make use of a spirit level, just to make sure you've got it level. Making use of these brackets, and we've used a 5mm nail and anchor, and that's going to secure this to the wall. From here we're going to mount up our 110 pipe, taking us all the way to the tank, and I'm going to make use of a chalk snap to make sure I get a straight line, also with a slight gradient so the water does flow down towards the tank. I'm making use of a chalk line to get my pipe level, and then I'm going to pull it down slightly and give it a slight fall. So we've got a little gauge here, a little spirit level. So we can just check to make sure it's level. Okay, so that's level. I'm going to bring it down a slight gradient. I'm happy with that. Okay, pull it tight and then give it a snap. Now that should leave a straight line for us, and then we can put all our holder bats to hold our 110 pipe. I've evenly spaced my holder bat markings approximately a meter away from each other, and it all comes in one pack. It comes with a 6mm nail in, so I'm going to drill a 6mm hole with my masonry drill, and then I'm going to knock it into place. I'm going to cut the pipe to the size that I need. It's really handy making use of a mobile workstation, just makes life easier when doing a DIY. Before you fasten the holder bats tight, I'm going to put some PVC glue on the end of this pipe and just join these two mating surfaces. We've got our 110 pipe firmly fixed in place. Now we're going to put in our 90-degree elbows down into our tank. Now it is quite tricky with this rubber seal. It is quite a tight seal. I find it much easier to use some washing up liquid just to lubricate the inside there and the pipe before I squish it in. We're going to line it up into place, then I can mark the hole that I'm going to make on my tank, and I'm going to make use of a hole saw, which is a 110 diameter hole saw, which is going to match up to my pipe obviously. Let's put this into place. There we go. Now my tank is connected to collect my rainwater coming down from my gutter pipes through the first flush system and then into the tank. I'm storing cleaner water now. Up next, we're going to put in a tank gauge. We need to use a 30mm hole saw to drill into the top of the tank. Okay, I'm just going to take off the front screen and just reset the needle. So I know that's where the bottom is, where it is empty, and my full position is around about here. Take the needle out and just reset the needle. This is the last part of the installation and the most important part for me, applying a pump which can give you pressure for your garden hose. This pump comes with a kit, a connector kit. It's got everything that you need in one box to connect to your tank with the pump. We start off with the connector with the ball valve and quick coupler. That's going to connect to the bottom of the tank. Remember, one size fits all. So every JoJo tank comes with the same size fitting, so it doesn't matter what size tank you use. I'm going to give it a final tighten with some water pump pliers. Then on the pump side we have the male connector. This is going on the inlet side of the pump. And on the top of the outlet we've also got a ball valve there as well. Here's a flexible hose with a quick coupler on the end. Straight away onto that side. Click it down onto the pump. Okay, I've got my flexible pipe connected from my tank to my pump, and now I'm just going to position exactly where I want my pump. I'm happy with that. I'm going to mark it up, and then we're going to fasten it to the concrete. That's it, everything is connected. I've got my pump connected to 220 volts. I've connected my garden hose. As I open and close this tap, so my pump turns on automatically and I can water my garden as I wish. All I need now is for the rain to fall and start filling up my tank. And remember, because I've got the pre-filter system at the front, it's going to allow me to store much cleaner water. If you enjoyed this clip and found it useful, like it, share it, and you can subscribe to our channel, which you can get more DIYs just like this. Remember, everything is available at your local builder's outlet.